Hello, hello, phenomenal CEOs, founders, and visionaries. This is Cardell Williams, 360 Global Business. Once again, coming to you with some information about funding. A lot of business owners need funding. You have a vision, you need funding. There's a lot of different avenues and vehicles and instruments to get the funding to fund your mission. One of the things I hear people speaking about a lot of cash flow and cash infusion is MCAs, which is a merchant cash advance. Now, the very name just implies that you are a merchant and you need a cash advance. So it's an advance on your own monies. It's not an actual loan, but it is a advance on future earnings. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to go over visually and of course with audio so you can hear and see some information that I put together for us. So what you need to know about the merchant cash advance. Okay. Here's the requirements. It's very simple. The requirement says what you need to qualify is an LLC or an S Corp and 3 years in business. And by the way, if you need help with that, you can always do it yourself, or you can contact our office. We can assist you with that. 3 months in business. You must be in business for at least 3 months. All right. Have $5,000 or more monthly revenues coming in. And there's only a 450 credit score, FICO credit score. That's the minimum. And to have customers. You must have customers. Okay. Now, if you look at the benefits, what are the benefits of an MCA, which is a merchant cash advance? Here's the benefits. You can get your money super fast, right? So there's minimum documents. There's not a lot of documents at all, and which things can get caught up in underwriting, and you'll be stuck. This is very few hours in the underwriting process, which is good for you, right? You need your money right away. And you don't need to have a good credit. You do not need to have a good credit. As you can see, 450, so they take lower credit score, subprime. So it's a lower, but what you're being qualified for is your business, right? Your future earnings. So the program was actually made for subprime credit to have options for funding. Because you go to your bank, you already know what they're going to say. You got to have a higher threshold of credit, a lot more clients, more money's coming in, a longer time in business, a lot of red tape. All right. And so there are really very few restrictions. So unlike banks, alternate lenders, this is what this is. It's an alternative lender, can provide you funding for a lot of reasons. And this is the kind of thing you want to be looking into. All right. And they don't restrict industry. So it doesn't matter what industry that you're in. So how much can you get? That's the $1 million question. How much can I get, Cardell? Cardell, please tell me. You can get you can get zero point 0.5 to 2 times your monthly revenue. So you know what your monthly revenue is. Just multiply it by a maximum of zero point 0.5 to 2 times your monthly revenue. This way, the underwriters can calculate how much you can afford. They will look at your net revenue and determine your approval amount. So when it is a good idea to take a MCA, right, which is a merchant cash advance, to buy inventory. All right, inventory is a great investment for a company to generate more income. So as long as your sales cycle is 14 to 60 days and ROA is there, that's what you want to do. All right. Or for expansion. All right. Expansion can be costly, but an expansion gives you the ability to increase your revenue, whether it's construction costs, moving, or opening another location. That's important for you. And the cost of projects is another good idea to take an MCA. The cost of projects. So as a service-based business, you can find yourself using, cash flow to cover your costs of upcoming jobs. As long as you will be getting paid 30 to 90 days, an MCA can help you grow. I repeat, it can help you grow. That's the only reason why you want to get something like this, so you can grow and it can help you grow. So any types of ROI is there. When the ROI is there, it's important because the any type of ROI is there is going to get funding and it makes sense. Even short-term options like an MCA. Okay. But the return on investment is critical. So if you're borrowing, like for example, if you're borrowing and paying back $55,000, but can make $85,000, ask yourself, is it worth it? Right? Is that worth it? Is that a comfortable spread for you? So now we've talked about the pros. Let's talk about the cons. When is it not good? You might hear some people only talk about the good, some people only talk about the bad. I like to have a balance, right? It's not always sunny, sometimes it's raining. Okay. So when it is not a good idea to use a merchant cash advance, if you're struggling with cash flow, stay away from it. Okay. MCAs can affect your cash flow because they tend to do daily payments, sometimes daily, weekly, or monthly. And you're already struggling with cash flow, you need to have a good plan if you're considering a MCA. If you're seeing a lot of negative days, if you're already seeing negative days in your account, taking a MCA can end your business. That's not why we're talking. That's not why you're in business. You don't have income coming in. If you're taking out an MCA because you don't have revenue coming in, this is dangerous. Again, because it's typically a daily payment, again, or weekly or monthly. Either way, it's a payment. You already have an MCA, stay away from it. If you already have MCA, paying 2 to 4 MCAs will likely result in you having to close your doors and because of defaults. So if you already have one MCA, you're considering more, you should work off. You should work with an expert before signing off. Very key for your business. Here's the ways to save more. Okay, select a shorter term. Ask for a prepaid incentive. This is information that companies charge you for, but I'm giving this to you as value because I value visionaries like yourself. Work with the same company. It's crucial to have a relationship, right? So therefore, when you pay it off, you can simply call back and say, okay, I want another MCA. Your information is already on file, so they'll be able to do it quicker for you. Improve your credit score. What is your credit score? If you don't know what your credit score is, you can look it up for free, or you can go to cjwcreditreport.com, 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 and you'll be able to see all three of your credit scores instantly. So you'll have a good grasp on it, and then you can start working on it. It's called the law of location, right? You don't know where to go unless you know where you are. So improve your credit is going to save you more as well. Make sure your business is set up right. If you need assistance with that, you can contact our office. You can do it yourself. Get a professional. Whatever you do, just do it. All right. Make sure your business is set up right. The reason why, because in the beginning of one of the first slides is make sure you have to have an LLC or S corp. It has to be a company, but it has to be set up properly. You got to have your business phone number, business address. You got to have your website. You got to have certain things that you need to have that set up properly. Now, what do offers look like? So most of the offers look like, 5,000 to 500,000 with a payment of a daily, weekly, or monthly. And there's something called a factor rate, which is 1.19 to 1.15, and the term is anywhere between 3 to 24 months. Now, what does that even mean, Cardell? What is this factor you're talking about? This factor rate? Well, if your amount is $25,000 and your payment is daily, the factor rate is 1.4. The term is 4 months. Just for example purposes, $25,000 times 1.40 is a $35,000 payback. So $35,000, 80 days, 4 months. That's around $437.50 Monday through Friday. So you want to always know the numbers, but this is a cash infusion, but it's good to understand. So how CAP funding, this is a company we're speaking about, uses MCA for our clients. Here's your funding roadmap. Get an MCA and invest to make money. Best results, use MCA for income generating purposes only. Work on your personal credit, work on your cash flow, grow your business, and consolidate or pay off. See, we want MCAs to be a temporary thing. Our goal is to get you consolidated or paid off early to save you more money. If you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us. I'll give you the contact information in a moment. As you can see here, I appreciate you staying to the end. You can give us a call, 305-317-2363. I hope this is very, very helpful for you. And one of the major reasons why you want to look into alternative ways of getting cash flow is because If you're ever in the bind, the last thing you want to do is have that gap where you're borrowing from someone else, or you put that burden on yourself. You want to be able to have a source where you can call, generate the money, flip it, generate more money, flip it, and keep going until you can get on your feet where you have reserves already. Hope this is very helpful for you. Again, this is Cardell Williams, 360 Global Business. I want to see you not only succeed, but overachieve as the CEO, visionary founder that you are. We'll talk to you soon. I'll see you on the other side of success, because that's where you belong.